Good afternoon and welcome to Rubbin Minds. My name is Isabella Adediji. Now, if you look at the glass, you might say it's half empty or it's half full. And this analogy can be applied to the year 2024. Despite the tough economic times, the challenges, the pressures, there are always things to be grateful for. So as the year comes to an end, we reflect today on the high points for our growth, our personal successes, and even maintain that hope as we move into 2025. Joining me for this gratitude segment, if you may, is an entrepreneur, Omoyeni Dizu. Omoyeni, welcome to Rubbin Minds.
Thank you, Isabella.
So when you look at the year 2024, do you see the glass as half full or as half empty?
I would say half full. Half full. Yeah.
And what are those things that have filled your glass in terms of successes and things that you're grateful for?
So first off, I would say I'm grateful for life, right? When there's life, there's hope. And then I would also say that I'm grateful for friendships. I'm grateful for love. I'm grateful for family. I'm grateful for my business. I'm grateful for my husband and just life in general, really.
Oh, it's quite a number of things. Indeed, this glass is looking quite full. Congratulations on getting married. What has that been like for you?
So a lot of times I make a joke and I say, oh, every time I'm outside, I have to use my sense. But once I get back home, please, I'm not using my sense because my husband is around. But I think it's been beautiful, but then it's also giving, like, it's a learning curve, right? Everybody came from different backgrounds, right? So you have to learn, unlearn, relearn. So I would say that it's been a journey of learning and love, to be honest.
I definitely can relate with that. My anniversary comes up this week and will be 4 years. And trust me, it's like you're back in school learning. But the great thing is just having someone that is there on that journey with you, that wants to see you become a better person and to self-actualize. Now, let's move to the business, because you're an entrepreneur, I'm an entrepreneur, and I know how 2024 has been with, the economy, less purchasing power, the naira dollar situation, increased tariff for electricity, for petrol. How has that impacted your business?
Right. So to be very honest, I'm not going to come and give you an aspire to perspire speech, but it's been, I think 2024, apart from 2020, has actually been one of the toughest years, right? But then you know how, like, you're just like, I want to give up, but you know what, I'm not doing this thing again. And boom, something happens and there's just like that rush of, like a lot of orders coming in, or someone's recommending your business to this enterprise or something. So I would honestly say that there were times that I wanted to give up this year. I wouldn't even lie about that. But then just knowing why I started, and that it's not as much as the money is very good, it's not just for the money, right? You're there to impact lives with your business. You're there to touch, and then you're also providing employment for other people. I think that's such a big deal for me, that I'm able to provide employment for quite a number of youth in the society. So I think that's quite exciting for me, to be honest.
Yeah, I think most entrepreneurs can definitely relate with that. And the fact that the business is still up and running, I think it's a huge one in itself. And, that point you made about how your business provides employment, even when you feel like giving up, you just think about it. Like, as an MC, for example, you have people that are coming out with you and you're thinking about them, so it's how you think about these people, like, oh, my videographer, this person, my makeup artist, the stylist, the content creator. It's an ecosystem of people. So even when you feel like giving up, you're reminded that a lot of people are counting on you. And your point about the reason why you started it, why did I get involved in this business, is to provide value, is to solve a problem. And I think it's so important that even in the tough times, we remember our customers, remember our clients, and we just find a way to push on. To push on.
And I also even think remembering staff as well, because because you know how they say a company is as good as its employees or something like that. Like once your staff feel like, oh my goodness, our boss is really trying to make sure that everything is okay, most often than not, they really push. And I feel like that's one of the most beautiful things to see that people actually, even with how crazy the employment sector is, you still have good people out there that carry the business on their head. I think that's one of the things that has also made me really push. Like I have good people, like to be honest, I have good staff, and that's not a very easy thing to come by in these times, right? So I feel like these people just also make it worth it as well. So, yeah.
They just help you to push through.
Yes.
Because they too can feel the pinch, and they know that if you could, you would do better. And we're really grateful to people who stick with you through thick and through thin. Now, when you look at 2024, I'm sure there's maybe one or two times that must have stood out for you, whether positive or negative, and you've been able to draw lessons from. Can you share one or two of those memorable experiences?
Okay, to be very honest, I was thinking about it, I think a couple of days ago, and this is totally away even from my business or anything, but I think the industry, Nollywood, has really given me a push. Like, most often than not, they're self-funded. And I look at the likes of Jennifer, Femi Adebayo, Mercy Aigbe, and these people are pushing it. And they just keep pushing. Like, things happen, they just keep pushing. I think that's one of the things where I've learned to just keep going, and then in due time you would receive what you need to receive. Like that has been such a, I just look every time at the industry and I'm like, what? Because I just also recently delved into film production.
Oh, congrats
and
to
I'm
that.
just like, nah. Like these people are, I feel like that's one of the most important things. And then I feel like Nigerians as a whole are very, very, you know, they're suffering and smiling. Like things are getting hard, but people are still showing up. That's not an easy thing because a lot of the problems in Nigeria are man-made. They're not, if we had natural disasters, I'm not sure that we'll survive in this country. They're man-made, so means they can be man-made solutions, right? But people still keep pushing, and I'm like, yo, what's my excuse?
I can definitely relate with that, the resilience of the Nigerian spirit and just how Nigerians come together for their own. You know, you're speaking about Nollywood, but the fact is that if Nigerians weren't supporting their own, whether it's film or in music, we won't be where we are today. And personally, I can remember vividly when our house was demolished without any notice, and Nigerians, you know, well-meaning Nigerians just came to our rescue, to our help. You know, you had our neighbors whose houses were not demolished just come and start packing things. You know, I was there in tears crying, and I would even say the media, because when that happened, having the media like Rubbin Minds here to share our story, so more people could hear about it, and even without asking or soliciting for any help, I've seen Nigerians, you know, just show up. You know, sometimes it's that message, sometimes it's how can I help, or you know, coming physically to visit with gifts, with money. So I can definitely relate to that, Nigerians, we do show up for our own. And then when you go into 2025, what are some lessons that you're taking from 2024? Because we're in that atmosphere of being very reflective. The year is coming to an end, and like, okay, I didn't get this done, but 2025 is my year, right?
I would definitely say something I'm trying to practice more often is slow living. We're rushing everything, right? And sometimes you really don't get to appreciate like the past achievements. Oh, I've achieved this, and then I want to go on to the next thing. Like I actually want to really cultivate I want to manifest, yes, manifest is the word, manifest slow living and actually enjoying everything, because I'm living in answered prayers. These were some of the things I'm going through right now, or I'm enjoying, were answered prayers. So I want to really reflect on that and just maybe be more grateful. Sometimes you're just like, God, you didn't do this, you didn't do that. But then you kind of need to write down sometimes everything that has happened, and you'd see that, yo, there's actually a lot to be grateful for. So I would say gratitude is something that I want to be so intentional about. Like, as much as even being able to walk out the door by myself without any aid, being able to drink water by myself, being able to see, being able to write, to think, to smell. Like a lot of people are in the hospital paying for these things, and I'm here just almost taking it for granted, right? I think that's one of the things I want to do, and just really enjoy my moments, because life is very fickle as well. In a second, everything is gone, right? I really want to enjoy my moments, and I just really want to be grateful.
Yeah, sometimes you just need to pause and smell the flowers, enjoy the coffee, and just take it in. And you know, as much as I have this long list of things I want to accomplish and things I'm still trusting God for, whether as a TV presenter or an MC, I have to stop sometimes and say, look, do you know that there was a time you wanted to host this kind of event?
Yep.
Do you know there was a time you wanted to work with this planner? Do you know that there was a time you wanted to be on this show? And all these things have happened. But because we're so fixated on the things that haven't happened or what next, that we don't even pause to enjoy it. And I really felt God just saying, you know what, just write out everything from the beginning of this year. And it changed my perspective. I was so grateful, like, God, even though I haven't done this and this, I thank you because this is an answered prayer. This is an answered prayer. And for us, we took it a step further. Last year, my husband and I, on our couple page, Love Lockdown, we did this gratitude challenge. For the entire December, we're just thanking God for one thing. And this year, I just felt it so strongly that despite everything we've been through, that there are so many things to be grateful for. So every day this month, we're thanking God for one thing. And we're taking it a step further. We're sharing the word, sharing a song, and doing a giveaway. And this takes me to my next question, which is, this is a season of giving. Yes, things are very tight, but how can we still be a blessing to our neighbors, whether it's food, whether it's our time, our resources? How can we truly embody that spirit of Christmas, the end of the year, the festivities, and be more charitable to one another?
So, like you said, it's not just only money. You can also give your time. And I find out that in this season, you know how you say, something just spoke to me to do this, something just spoke to me. Always kind of listen to that voice, because you never know what the other person, that is tied to someone else's blessing. You are literally someone else's answered prayer, even if it's as little as helping someone throw their bin in front of the house, or giving someone water, the dispatch rider giving him water, just something. Let someone feel like welcome, even if it's 500, no matter what it is, just go out of your way, because everyone has had it this year. We've all been through it. So just go out of your way, do something really nice. If you hear that little small voice saying, oh, give this person water, just do it. Like, trust me, there are loads of blessings attached to it. And not even necessarily for the blessing, just because you just also want to make the other person feel appreciated and like, I see you, I hear you, I'm with you, right? So I would say just do it, be kind.
Be kind. I think that's the perfect place to end this segment. Be kind.
Be kind.
Listen to that inner voice that is urging you to do something good. It might seem so small, but it can be the difference in someone's life. And just make this season a little sweeter, more enjoyable for the next person.
I agree.
Thank you so much, Omoyeni Diso, for being our guest. We'll go on a quick break now.
Okay, then.
Welcome back to Rubbin Minds. Now, you've probably heard the phrase Detty December, not to be confused with Dirty December. Detty December, D-E-T-T-Y, really is the sum up of all the activities happening in the month of December, whether it's concerts, parties, festivals, gatherings, you name it. And also the coming together of people, families visiting themselves, the IJGBs making a scene in Lagos. That's the people who came back from the US, the UK, Australia, all the parts of the world that you have Nigerians in. And they come back for this month of merriment, enjoyment. And sometimes you find that it affects the roads because the traffic is something else. But in the spirit of it all, a city like Lagos, for example, you cannot stay at home because there are so many things out there. And that begs the question, can you do Detty December on a budget? And what do you do when you feel like, oh, I'm missing out, or there's no activity for me? Well, we have the answers for you here on Rubbin Minds. We have an entrepreneur who has joined us today, Arinze Oruche. Welcome to Rubbin Minds.
Hey, how you doing?
And we also have a media personality, BB Wright. Welcome to Rubbin Minds.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
And you both look good. Like
Well,
you've channeled Detty December. I can see it. Like we're ready to. So what does Detty December mean to you, and how is 2024 playing out compared to other years? And I'll start with you, BB.
Detty December is a time of fun, a time of celebration. We all know the Christmas concerts that take place. All of our favorite artists, they come back home, they perform, they shut it down. But there are also so many parties happening. So because we have a lot of, Nigerians in diaspora that come back, we have a lot of parties, a lot of clubbing. But if you want to come back to December and just chill out with family, you also have people that are just taking it easy. So Detty December is really what you make it, but Detty December in its entirety, in its meaning, is really we're outside, we're partying, non-stop, back to back, every night. There's something going on. There's something for everybody, for sure.
Sure.
Yes. How about you? What does it mean to you?
Oh, and Irene, I saw you nodding.
She nailed it.
Has Detty December lived up to its expectation in 2024 compared to other years?
Well, it was going to be a tricky one this year because, you know, leading up with the economy and everything, I was kind of trying to like 50-50. How dirty is it going to be? So far, it's looking like it is Detty December. It might not be one of the dirty Decembers we had, but because of maybe like the exchange rates and different things, the diaspora people might be saying things like the flight tickets are a little higher than normal. But at the same time, I was out last night and it was looking like it was everything it's supposed to be.
Wow.
So despite that, you know, Nigerians always find a way, and we find a way to still always be merry and always have a reason to celebrate. And, you know, Detty December, like she said, could be so many different things. For the artist, it's like a period, you know, I'm also a recorded artist, so at this moment, this is like a cash-in season from all the hard work you've done all year, and it should translate into shows and bookings and things like that. So for them, it's a wonderful thing. Promoters, you know, event planners, it's a wonderful season also. And some people even love birds. A lot of people find their booze during Detty December. They come, they mingle, and they go, you know, we're having a wedding in March, you know, that kind of thing. Maybe not that soon, but I'm just saying. No, I'm just saying, but like it could be, like she said, with family, but you know, there are weddings going on, so at weddings, people mingle, so many things going on at the same time, yeah. And you can get to see your favorite artist finally. A lot of people wait all year to be able to see them live. You know.
Yeah. Bibi, what would you recommend for the novice who hasn't yet quite cracked the Detty December code? Where do you start from? Like an easy guide to Detty December in Lagos.
An easy guide to Detty December. First of all, stay hydrated. And everything you do, make sure to drink plenty of water because it can tire you out. Actually, if you head on social media, there's so many different pages that would actually, you know, tell you different things that you can attend depending on your vibe. There is literally something for everybody. So even if you're into live performances, shows with live band perhaps, if you're into clubbing, going to bars, hopping from lounge to lounge, if you're into concerts, if you're into sip and paints, there's even a sip and paint taking place today. If you're into beach parties, Arinze is even hosting a beach party today.
Definitely.
Oh, you are?
Yes.
Definitely, yeah.
You definitely tell us all about that.
Yeah, we definitely will. Yeah, so the party today is it's a pool party series. They do it in Abuja all year long, so they're bringing it to Lagos, and we're doing it on the beach, and we're at Voda Beach. Voda Beach is in Elegushi. People stay strong, like she said, stay hydrated, and the traffic might be crazy leading up to Elegushi because they've kind of like, everything is geared towards that beach-wise. But once again, they say we start at 1, but that can go all night long. So it's like you're on the beach, but you're almost like partying on the beach. Most people don't get to do that in the diaspora, in the countries they are in. So for us to have so many beaches and just the access to water and to be able to even party by the water is such a flex that we don't understand that we even have here in Nigeria, because most places are landlocked where they are. Like if you're in the States, how many places are you going to get to party on the water or on the beach house? And it's still like a club atmosphere too, you know. So Nigeria is unique in that sense, and we should champion some of these things, you know, based on, just, you know, making Nigeria great again as always, you know.
So how can Nigeria really plug into that Detty December economy? What can be done to encourage more people? So not just Nigerians in the diaspora, but let it become a thing like everybody, different parts of the world are like, I need to be in Nigeria for Detty December.
So I think that a lot needs to be done when you look at the economy. So the Detty December it's bittersweet. The average spending power of Nigerians, because of everything that's going on with inflation and whatnot, let's face it, it's down.
Yeah.
So Detty December is a great way of, you know, helping out the economy. You have people from diaspora coming back in, spending that money. Do I think that perhaps the government could put better things in place to encourage people to come back, also to encourage business owners that are in Nigeria so that they continue thriving even when it's not December? Because December is really only 1 month, isn't it? There's 11 others that also need to be, you know, that needs to help business owners and whatnot. So the government could put some things in place. I think a lot more could be done with tourism. I would hate to think of Nigeria as a place that's only known for partying, when there are so many other things that we have to offer. We are rich in culture, in history, in even our people. Our people are amazing people. And I'd love for our tourism to be known worldwide for more than just Detty December. So I think a lot more could be done, but with what we have, helping out business owners would go a long way also, I think.
I see Arinze nodding his head. And I want to go back to something you said, you know, you're into music. So how has it been like? Do you have shows coming up? Are the promoters hitting you up? Book them busy season?
So funny enough, I just put up my weekend schedule. This weekend, I wear so many hats, but this weekend on Friday, I was booked. I'm also a hype man, so don't get me started. I do a lot. So on Friday, I was booked as a hype man. On Saturday, I was booked as an artist. We had the show at Drill Festival yesterday, and today I'm booked as a hype man, also a host. You know, so you know, in my season, I'm probably going to be booked every weekend, and maybe even all week long, and that's what, you know, we work for. That's what we pray for. God's been good, so, you know, we're channeling that. And to speak on you saying it should be a global thing that we're just known for, not just Nigerians in diaspora, it has gotten there already. I literally get messages now from my African-American friends or just my pure American friends that are saying that no Nigerian heritage whatsoever, and they're like, I missed this year, I have to be there next year. They're yearning for it. Some of them already here. I met so many people from like Miami, like just all kinds of Hispanic people are here, you know, and so it's already gravitating. Even celebrities from America, like, you know, every Detty December, you usually can look forward to seeing someone. I think Gunner is coming.
Chloe Bailey.
Yes, exactly. Oh, okay.
Chloe
I didn't know about that. Okay.
Chloe Bailey, the American R&B singer, she's coming. We have Saweetie. Saweetie is coming for a party by Jay Breeze. It's called To The Max.
Exactly.
So Saweetie, the American rapper, she's going to be here in December. Gunna is coming for Fly Time Festival.
Exactly.
So there's definitely something for everyone.
And then, like, our own people, too, our own Nigerian artists. We have Bremer doing something. We have David Doe.
Tony is throwing a concert. Vector is going to be having a concert also.
Definitely.
So there's something for everybody.
So much. And then I have a Sip and Paint also January 5th. So that's, you know, the Dirty December, by the way, I know we put the word December on it, but it flows into January, by the way. So it's more like even a dirty November, December, January, maybe like the tail end of November kicks it off already. People are brewing in, so by first week, second week. And don't forget heritage-wise, some people actually go home to their hometowns, like people from the eastern parts of Nigeria, although, you know, the state of the situation is now, but people are still championing going back home and going back to their villages because they have a period for that, and then they will now come back and be like, okay, I'm done with that, now Lagos.
So the January period caters to those kind of people.
Exactly. The second, so January is more like you catch your second wind, and we're still going. We're going to about like maybe middle third week.
Of January.
Yeah, middle third week of January, and then, you know, all your Detty December booze are going back home.
So how can we do Detty December on a budget? Because this sounds like a lot. I mean, tickets, transportation. If you look at some of the ride-hailing apps, because of the traffic, you can spend like 30K on a short trip.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Follow who know road. That's what I'll tell you. That's my advice first and foremost. Follow me on, you know, Instagram. I'll try and show you the best best way possible because, to be honest, in order to do that on a budget, it would be nice to have what we would call connects. You need to network, you need to know people, you need to meet people. You meet someone in the club on a Thursday or wherever out on a Thursday, and they might be able to help you, invite you to one or two things. So if you're closed mouths don't get fed, so you gotta like speak up, mingle. When I mean that, like just like network. When you meet people out, sometimes why are you outside if you're not going to make sense of it? Sometimes people come to just have a good time, but if you have that opportunity or that gateway, just talk to someone and talk to someone and. Like last night, anyone I met last night, I was inviting them to the beach thing today, and so conversations need to be had, and from there, like she said, social media, follow some of the socialites, follow some of the promoters, they can map it out for you. When it comes to being on a budget, if you chop everything, don't try to go to all the events. Like people usually sit back and map it out and say, okay, I'm gonna go to this concert-wise checked off, a beach event checked off, maybe you catch a live, yes, exactly, live, exactly, live band, and then a lot of these events are free. The privilege or the luck that we have here in Nigeria compared to the diaspora when it comes to like clubs and going out, most of them don't have a gate fee or anything like that. It's more of sections, maybe if you want to get bottles and stuff like that. But to get into the event, usually unlike over there, it's usually no gate fee, so you can come in and people just follow who know road, like I said.
And just to piggyback off what he said, although we don't have a gate fee, the table culture in Nigeria is growing.
Yes.
So it's very important to have a group of friends that you can maybe just split the tab amongst. Exactly. If you have your homeboys, your homegirls, you guys want to have fun, make sure to have the conversation beforehand of how you're going to split the bill, because it is a hefty bill. You can do Detty December on a budget, but be smart about it. Like Arinze said, it's not everywhere that you're going to be able to go to, but pick your outings, bring your friends, divide the bill, and have a good time.
And do you feel that girls are at an advantage?
I didn't want to say it. I was waiting. Now that you've said it, it's all going. Like, I didn't want to speak on it.
I honestly, when we talk about, the financial ramifications, I can't relate. In the best way possible. In the best way possible. But I can relate because if I'm not driving, if I'm taking a cab, I'm spending that 30,000 on an Uber that will be or whatever.
Once you get into the club, the party, fine girl, some gentleman will be like, put out my tab.
Well, I mean, but
no, women are spending nowadays.
Women are spending
in the club. I'm seeing it a lot. Like last night.
I spent. Yeah. And they put my
some
name
guys
in the lights.
Did you put some guys on your tab?
No, I know.
I say women are spending. So maybe a lady has put you on
amongst themselves, like she said. It seems like people are planning. They talk about it. They split the bill. You see a table of beautiful women, and they're holding their own. It's not like before. Like it seemed like you just had to like attach on to the opposite sex or something like that. Now I feel like boss ladies are out here and they're doing their thing. They've made their money all year long. They want to spend their money and spend it where they want to. So as long as they are filling the event, I see some of them spending. I see some of them. And the ones that come back from the States, they can spend because...
Well, they're complaining now.
Oh, yeah?
The diaspora?
Well, yes.
Why?
They are complaining.
Yes, but the dollar rate pays them, so why are they complaining?
But things went up.
Exactly.
Here. So, for example, things went up about 300, maybe 400%. If you're depending on what the thing is. And for them, from last year to this year, if you check it, it's really only went up about double. Nice. So, if you do that simple math, you're already like, they come back, the Airbnb, their service apartments are more expensive, the transportation or maybe private car they used to use are more expensive. So many things are going on why it's changed now a little bit.
It's good. Let them come and see what we're going through. I love that.
And then another thing that, if you're not like, spending money and enjoying it, women, when it comes to women, I know a lot of them love going to just restaurants. So a lot of people are not necessarily going to clubs nowadays. You come Detty December and you see them, they have their places they want to go to already mapped out because they've been seeing it online all year. So they go to they get cute, dress up, go to the
and
restaurants.
you know, that's something I wanted to touch on, which is the fashion.
Yes.
And Bibi, you're looking all nice
Always,
and snazzy,
always.
yes, repping.
Repping.
What does this mean for Nigerian fashion?
Nigerian fashion is at such a beautiful point, I believe. I see so many Nigerian brands that are thriving right now, to the point where people abroad are patronizing Nigerian brands. People abroad are getting Nigerian brands shipped out to wherever they are. And of course, with Detty December, you have you know, different diaspora, Nigerians in diaspora coming back, representing the fashion. I think social media has been an incredible tool when it comes to exporting Nigerian talent as a whole, music, film, but also fashion. I love Detty December. You see people from all walks of life, from different countries, from different continents coming and bringing their different, you know, fashion tastes.
And you know, the beautiful thing about it is that when they leave, whether it's in December or January, they take a piece of Nigeria with them. And they become our cultural ambassadors and preach that gospel of Nigeria, which will go beyond just Detty December to what you said about our rich culture and heritage. So we're really grateful for this platform that Detty December has opened. And hopefully for those people who couldn't make it to December, maybe there'll be things that can happen in March, for example, things that happen in summer, for example, so people can plug into what Lagos, what Nigeria, what Abuja has to offer. And even like the other cities that people return to, the villages, the towns, really, really important.
Shout outs to Calabar. Calabar also usually over the last 10 plus years, they stopped for a while, but I think they're back to it. They do the Calabar Carnival or whatever at the end of the year in December. So that's another thing, because you know, Calabar is already a tourist, you know, attraction on its own. So things like that, yes, it needs to expand beyond Lagos, you know.
Absolutely.
That also.
And what would you be doing this month? What's on your list?
I'm going to be working. Yeah, I'm going to be working. I'm going to be turning up. I am a media personality. I host listening parties. I host corporate events. I host a plethora of different things. So calendar is looking quite full. That's great because it means more money. More money to go out and spend and to help the economy in my own way. So it's going to be a lot of work, a lot of enjoyment. There's some concerts that I'm looking forward to. Some of my favorite artists.
Mention?
Absolutely, Victoni. Victoni is one of my favorite artists. Vector. Vector is also an incredible artist. He's going to be having a concert soon. Rema is my man crush. I'm not afraid to say it, but he's going to be having a concert, and that's going to be incredible. So a lot of concerts. I'm going to go to pool parties. The pool party today. Brunches. Lots and lots of brunches. Clubs. I'm outside. I'm outside this December.
Weddings.
Weddings. I have a wedding on Saturday.
Hopefully the tailors don't disappoint them.
I hope so. The people getting married in this economy are the strongest soldiers.
Getting married and also starting a family or settling down, because the price of electronics, the price of even renting a house, getting a place has...
Diapers.
Diapers.
I heard.
But in all of this, when we reflect on the year 2024, what are things that you're grateful for and what's your hope for the new year? Because something that happens in January is all the churches do their fasting, and it's like, you've done Detty December, come and give God what is his. And in that atmosphere of reflection or attitude of reflection, what are the lessons you're taking for 2024 into 2025? I'll start with you, Arinze.
Oh, okay. I was going to say ladies first, but that's fine. No problem. Reflection, like you said, Detty December is just 1 month. The economy being boosted. I wish we could have something like maybe a semi-Detty March,
summer.
Clean summer, who knows, whatever. So,
but you could do something about that, right?
Yes, we could. And, I mean, and we do. And it starts with this. As this is going on, we need to champion this. Like she said, the government can kick in and help us just, grow it. Because from there, we grow more seasons. More seasons will grow. Also, December is also usually a month of reflection for a lot of people because it's the end of the year. With me, I believe that one thing we should do more as people coming back, I know that some people I know, like my sisters do this. They come back with things ready to give people. They come back with things, you know, when they go to the villages, they go, or when they're just out here in Lagos and you see your younger ones, or you see maybe your cousins, you know, from a big family, and you know that they've been going through what they've been going through. So you don't just come in and tap in and just, you know, and leave us. You know, you should also plug in and really build relationships and maybe start relationships with some of your family members, and really, because family is everything. And so that might be your moment to connect. So that's kind of what I do with mine a lot. I take breaks in between all these events because you don't want to break down. You also want to be able to be like physically and mentally strong, you know, go to the spa, have some self-time, whatever it is. So on reflection with me, it's been a wonderful year. It's been a tricky year, but Nigerians, we know how to prevail. We've done it again. I just feel like it's another year of told you so. Like, you know, when you threw these at us and we found a way to finesse it and we still made it, and a lot of us are still smiling, hopefully. And the ones that are not smiling, try and put a smile on somebody's face today, you know? Just do something, you know?
Yeah. I couldn't agree more. I think that 2024, without a shadow of a doubt, has been quite a trying year for Nigerians as a whole. I did a comparison on my radio show. Just like Arinze said, inflation is up about, it's crazy, let's just say. At the price of a bag of rice last year, what, 65,000 versus 85,000 now.
And even 100,000.
100,000 in some places, depending. Beans being up to, what, 120 or so? So I know that people are going through it, but the fact that you are able to complain about the price of a bag of rice, regardless of how expensive it is, the fact that you're able to talk about it means that you're alive. It means that you are present, you're aware of what's going on.
And once
that
there's life,
is a blessing. Exactly.
There's hope.
Exactly. And once you look at things as glass half full as opposed to glass half empty, things have a funny way of turning around and just getting better. But it's all about your perspective. It's all about your outlook. It starts with how you choose that you want to see life, and that kind of life will come to you.
I like that positive outlook and that hope for a better year. Thank you so much, Bibi Rai, media personality. All the best with all your events. Book them busy season, keep slaying. And also to Arinze, Oruche, entrepreneur, hype man, artist, organizer, and I'll say cultural ambassador. Keep bringing those people back to the motherland, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you.
You look fabulous, by the way.
Oh, thank you very much.
You must come out with us.
Yes, exactly. We'll try to drag her out today.
Welcome back to Rubbin Minds. Now, our next guest started off as a presenter, an actor, and has grown to become one of the biggest DJs, female DJs from Africa. You know her by her government name, Dorcas Shola Fapsin, but she prefers to go by Miss DSF. She's joining us from our Abuja studio. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
So, Miss DSF, when you reflect on your journey, how have you been able to use parts of presenting and acting into your latest, which is being a huge DJ, not just a female DJ, but a huge DJ from Africa?
I bring out my personality, so I feel like with presenting, you have to have like a lot of energy, a lot of your personality. I feel like I infuse that into my DJing, so I'm kind of like, I give my attitude, I bring a vibe. You know, it's not just about playing and going, it's about bringing the energy, bringing the vibe, just giving something different other than just playing. You know, so I feel like that kind of, like my presenting background, my acting background adds some flavor to the DJing.
Yeah, I think that definitely comes through, even the fashion. When you thought of becoming a DJ, what was running through your mind? What did you think you were going to bring to what is already a saturated space? And how are you going to just separate yourself from what everybody else was doing?
Honestly, I just started as fun, like it was really just a hobby for me. And then it took off because we went into lockdown and that was the only thing I could do. So I kind of just enjoyed it before I made it work. It was really me just having fun. And then I started getting booked from it, and people started liking the energy and my vibe and everything, and it just took off from there. So really, I just started because I was actually having fun with it. Like, I didn't see it as, oh, I want to make money from it. I started making money from it, obviously, but I started just as having fun, like literally just enjoying myself with it. And I feel like I've continued that. So, you know, it's translated into making the most money I've ever made in my life.
Oh,
so,
wow.
You know, it's all good.
So what's the biggest misconception about being a DJ that you've actually come to see in the course of your career now?
For me, the biggest misconception would be, as a female, is that females can't play. They just look pretty and blah, blah, blah. No, there's so many amazing female DJs that were before me, during me, that have come up after me, and they're all really good. So I feel like, as a female, you have to work twice as hard because you already have that, oh, she's not going to be good. They just booked her because she has a fine face. Like, they're already doubting you before they even hear you play. So it's like you actually have to fight twice as hard than your male counterparts.
And we're seeing some of your clips there. How do you infuse that Naija flavor, and also your background, having grown up in the UK? How does that come through in your mix, in your performance?
Honestly, when you hear Naija music, you must to dance. There's no how you want to do it though. You have to dance. Like, you have to just free yourself and dance. Like, anywhere you are in the world, as soon as you hear Afrobeats, you have to shake body. So I feel like it's very easy to translate into my performances, because once you bring the energy and you have good music, you know, it's already a party.
And are there specific artists that you'd always wanted to work with, to DJ with? And if there are, how long did it take you to get there, to actually work with them? And are there some that you still would like to work with?
Honestly, there was not really a particular artist that I wanted to work with that I haven't worked with. I feel like I've worked with a lot of artists who are all great. Who do I want to work with? I've worked with a lot of people, honestly. I've worked with a lot of amazing people, from Tiwa to Wiz to David to, you know, maybe Burner, actually. I haven't worked with Burner, so maybe, never know.
Those are some heavyweights that you just mentioned. Now, what's next for you in Detty December? Because this is a season of booked and busy. You know, earlier on the show, we had a hype man, we had an MC, media personality. As a DJ, what can we expect from Miss DSF?
I have my headline show coming up, 21st of December in Lagos, Ultima Studios. The tickets are on sale now and almost sold out, thank you God. So it's me and a bunch of people like me as a DJ, and then I'll have like a lot of surprise artists and a lot of, you know, DJs as well. A lot of people that are doing amazing in the industry, as well as upcoming and established people as well. So it won't just be me, even though I'm going to give you a great show. Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun, so. Yeah, that's the next big thing. Anyway, this week, Sha, so yeah.
And what's the vibe we're going for? Is it like just chill, move, or is it like high energy, scatter on the dance floor? What can people really expect?
The vibe is high energy. It's very much leave your heels at home. It's very much come with your sneakers and your flats ready to dance and have a good time. And, you know, network as well. It's not just about turning up. It's about meeting people, different people from all walks of life. It's Detty December, so it's about meeting people from UK, from America, from Lagos, from wherever they are in the world, and just having a good time together. No judgment zone. Everybody's there with good energy, good vibes, and yeah, that's it.
So people who are looking to maybe find love, they can do that, but, you know, don't slay too much with the heels, because you're going to really dance, but you're still going to have fun.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. You might find love too. You never know. Me too, if I'm looking for love, so I beg, if you're looking for me, please come and find me at my event.
And speaking about love, you know, we've noticed that a lot of times now in the media, you're all about your work, you're all about your own energy, you're facing your own lane, paddling your own canoe. Is this intentional, or is it just that you've been so busy with work and you've not had time for love?
No, honestly, I'm a person where I don't look for things, I let things find me. In the Bible it says, who finds a wife has found a good thing. I'm not going to look for anybody. I'll let the man come and find me. But while he's looking for me, I'm going to be heavy in my bag. I'm going to be working hard so I can be a rich wife when he finds me. Please find me soon, because I'm tired of waiting.
And somehow we've not seen any controversies. I mean, whether it's with relationships, or maybe in the past, like when you had with the stylist and there was some back and forth. How have you been able to channel all of that, you know, for your own good? Because a lot of times these things can take away from what the person is actually offering.
Yeah, I just feel like every truth comes to light. Everything that's done in the dark comes to light. So even that same, like you just mentioned, the stylist situation, he's publicly been apologizing for what he did. So I feel like I've forgiven and I've moved on. I feel like I don't dwell on things. I keep it moving, and people see it. Like, I don't need to go back to anything that's been in the media about me, because people know me in real life and they meet me in real life and they work with me constantly. So I feel like that always overshadows anything or any negative thing that's been in the media. So I don't really pay attention to it. I just keep moving.
And beyond your show, how are you going to make the most of Detty December?
Honestly, my Detty December is very clean. Unless I'm working, like, I'm really not. I'm just going to like restaurants and stuff and just working. Like, if it's not work, I'm not really outside like that unless it's like something to network. I'm working more smart rather than working hard. So I'm in the right places, not just any and everywhere. I'm into my fitness journey, so I'm going to the gym. I'm eating healthier. Like, I'm just channeling my mind, my energy, spirit, soul, and vibe into a whole different dimension. It's not just about turn up for me. It's about working and working smart and networking and, you know, enjoying my December as well, but just being more wise and more smart.
And do you find that you're going to still channel that actor in you, channel that presenter in you? Can we expect in 2025 to see you back on the small screen, the big screens, and to see you presenting again? Do you have projects coming
probably
up?
Probably not presenting. I didn't really enjoy presenting, but definitely acting. I had 2 films come out this year, Life and Dirt, which is on Amazon Prime, Soft Love, again on Amazon Prime, 2 amazing productions that I worked on this year with an amazing cast, amazing crew. So I'm definitely still acting, but I feel like DJing is more consistent, so I'm more of a DJ now. But I still act. Acting is my passion, like, that's my first love, so I still definitely act. But DJing is just more at the forefront because I do it like literally on a weekly basis. Like, I tour with it. I literally like breathe DJing. But acting is less consistent. But I'm definitely still acting, but definitely not presenting anymore. I'm done with the presenting.
and when you say DJ is now your work, does it also mean that we can expect to see you delve into music? Because we know DJs that have gone on to do albums, to collaborate with big artists and release big tunes. Is that something you're considering?
Definitely, definitely. I definitely want to put out music. I definitely want to work with a lot of artists. I feel like that's the way forward now. DJs are putting out their own bodies of work rather than just playing other people's music. I definitely want to put out music, but I don't want to say too much about it, but look out for it. Soon, hopefully next year, I'll be putting out some stuff for you guys.
We would like you to just give us a tip of the iceberg. What genres appeal to you? Because as a DJ, you're not just doing Afro beats, right? You're doing the full work. So what music genres can we expect in the work you're putting out? Or
obviously,
any collabos?
Afrobeats will be #1, of course, definitely #1. But I delve into Amapiano. I love bashment, dancehall. Like, I'm very a multi-genre DJ. Like, I love all types of music. Like, I love R&B and hip hop. So definitely, I don't want to just stay in Africa, even though that is my base, that is my home, that is my heart. I definitely want to branch out and work with, you know, I might work with a Summer Walker or anybody, hip hop, dancehall. It might be a DJ Kingdom. It could be anybody. But yeah, I'll definitely be putting stuff out.
And beyond DJing, like whether it's in your personal life, is there something on your bucket list that you're itching to just tick off, maybe in the coming year, something that has been laid on your heart, perhaps?
Sorry, I didn't hear that. Can you repeat your question?
I said, beyond DJing, is there something on your bucket list, like something you've been itching to do? It could be personally. I mean, for example, we saw you with the Lions, for example. So is there something that you're itching to do on the bucket list that you're yet to tick off?
In my personal life or like career-wise?
Both.
Oh, personally, I've done a lot. I'm not gonna lie. I've enjoyed my life. I'm enjoying life. I am. Personally, it would just be to travel more and see more of the world. Like, go to Asia, go to just different parts of the world. Career-wise, it would definitely be acting, getting into Hollywood more and working with some of my favorite actors and actresses. I feel like that's the next steps for me, for sure.
And we wish you all the best with that. But as a DJ, I know there are young women out there, older women who have considered going into DJing, and they've heard a lot of misconceptions, a lot of myths around it, and they might feel like there's no place for them. What message do you have for them? What advice can you give?
There's so many birds in the sky. The sky is big enough for everybody, honestly. have fun with it. Actually learn the craft. Take your time to understand the craft and learn the craft. Don't do it for the clout or for the attention or for the blah, blah, blah. Prove people that you actually are talented, and dedicate time to the craft. Like, actually learn the craft, enjoy the craft, have fun with it, network, speak to people. Just have fun with it, honestly. Like, I really started having fun with it, and that's what made me money, because people saw that I was enjoying it, and I still enjoy it. I wouldn't do it if I didn't enjoy it, honestly. So have fun with it. And again, learn the craft. Learn from people, watch people, listen to mixes, intern with people. Like, just try and network and just build your community of DJs. It doesn't have to be women, it could be men, it could be anybody, but just learn from everybody you meet.
And are you open to working with younger female DJs or even male DJs who perhaps may see you as a role model or someone that they aspire to be like, considering the short time it's taken you to achieve this level of success?
Yeah. Definitely. I work with a lot of female DJs now, actually, younger female DJs that have approached me for lessons and stuff. So I do actually already do that. But formally, I'm going to put it more into practice and work with a lot more younger DJs, not just younger DJs, anybody who wants to learn. I'm happy to share my expertise and whatever I've learned so far, even though I feel like I still have a lot to learn. But I'm always happy to share. And I do actually have something coming up. My birthday, which is 2 weeks, January the 4th, which is aimed at helping people get into DJing. So look out for that.
Well, we wish you all the best with your show on the 21st and also your birthday in the new year. Thank you for being our guest on Rubbin Minds. And this is where we'll wrap up today's episode of the show. My name is Isabella Adediji. Wish you all the best with your Detty December. Join us again, same time, same place next week. Goodbye.